Hello everyone, it's Lageman here. I'm bringing you basically my thoughts on the Metal Gear Survive open beta that just ended a couple days ago. I don't really know. I actually didn't know this beta was actually happening before, I just stumbled upon it and my friends were talking about it in the, like amongst each other. And yeah, basically this is my thoughts on the game, or the beta rather. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna be talking about what I think about the game or the beta. So let's get into this. So let's get this out of the way first. The Metal Gears I have played are Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Peacewalker, and Metal Gear Solid 5. The only games in the series that I have not beat that I played are Metal Gear Solid Peacewalker. I played that a bit, I thought it was okay. Didn't like the controls too much, and then I dropped it, and then I just didn't want to play it anymore. And Metal Gear Solid 4, there's another one that I haven't beat just yet. I'm still like amongst playing it. I actually lost the game for a bit, and now the disc is all messed up, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. So yeah, that's basically how the Metal Gears are played. Basically, I have a decent knowledge of the series, kind of. Like who really has like a knowledge of this game, anyways, or series, or did at least. Like it's pretty confusing, but I still had fun through the series so far up to this point. Anyways, so I basically have like a history with the series. So for those of you who don't know, Metal Gear Solid Survive is a spin-off of Metal Gear Solid, of the Metal Gear Solid franchise, or rather Metal Gear Solid 5, and particularly, well, during the events of like Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero's mother base, like the original mother base, was destroyed by Cypher, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. It was destroyed, and Punish Snake, or Venom Snake, or Big Boss had to move to a new base and start anew or whatever. But in this version, the original mother base was like teleported to like, this alternate reality where like it's like inhabited by it's basically like a wasteland or base, and it has zombies in it, or it has creatures that are like zombies, but it's easier just to call them zombies for now, until we get like an official name for them or whatever. Like there are zombies in the way that they're kind of mindless in a sense, and they're very aggressive, like they'll attack you on sight or whatever, but they don't really eat you. They just kind of beat the crap out of you and want you dead. They basically just want you dead, not to eat you. So that's how like they're separate from zombies. Or at least that's how I see them. Anyways, in here you basically just have to survive. That's basically the whole thing. There isn't much known about the plot so far, other than that little snippet that it's basically an alternate reality of the Metal Gear Solid 5 storyline, where, there's no, I don't think there is like big bosses in here since he didn't get teleported. But yeah, it's basically just a bunch of survivors surviving from like Mother Base and whatever. But yeah, main focus of the beta, and probably the entire game, is like tower defense, where you have like a generator, or in this case you have like a drill. It's like drilling something, I don't really know just yet, but it's drilling to get resources for something, I don't know. But yeah, basically you have to defend that off from zombies, and you do it like how you can or whatever. Basically just have to protect the generator from like the zombies and stuff. And yeah, I actually don't mind this. I actually don't mind like the horde mode kind of thing. Like, I love Call of Duty Zombies, at least the trail conversion of Call of Duty Zombies, and I do like Gears of War 3 and 4's kind of take on the horde mode as well, and I just love that. Yeah, so I basically love this type of gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, this game plays, well, it plays pretty well actually. It's basically Metal Gear Solid 5, like they use the exact same engine and exact same assets, so basically it plays the same, except now you can use melee weapons, which admittedly they're pretty fun, but they're kind of clunky at the moment, so hopefully they fix like the clunkiness of the melee weapons, or maybe there's perks, which I get to in a bit, but hopefully there's perks that make it less clunky, but as of yet it's pretty clunky. But so yeah, it's basically Metal Gear Solid 5 with zombies. Oh, basically, yeah. Which is fine, since I love like the Metal Gear Solid 5 like gameplay. Like, I like it, feels really good to control, like Metal Gear Solid 5. and this one feels pretty good. Yeah. Anyways, there's some added stuff in here, like you can chop down trees like Minecraft. So basically, this part is like Minecraft, where you can break certain objects. You can't break all the trees and all the you can't break down like buildings and like make it you can't collect like concrete from buildings. You have to get it from like there's some like really damaged trees that you can break down and get stuff from there. There's like bells that are, you can get metal from that, and then like boxes from more wood, and it's basically like stuff like that. You can also get it from, I don't know, I actually don't know if there's chests in this game, if I remember. It's you know, I didn't have too much time. I've only played around 3 missions, which took around like an hour and a half, which is pretty long and pretty good, I guess. Anyways, you have to also basically, half the game is gathering resources, and then the other half is you know, defending yourself from like the zombies or whatever. Basically, you get all the supplies from like the world, and you know, you also get supplies from beating the missions and stuff like that. You can craft medicine. You have to craft medicine to heal yourself. Certain like if you take like too much limb damage, you have to heal yourself. You actually have to eat food, and you have to cook said food. I don't actually know how to do that just yet, since I didn't play too much. They give you a decent amount of food and water at the beginning, so you don't have to cook or get clean water just yet. So basically, you can just get those two and then deal with the water and food. One thing I don't like, I don't mind that aspect. Like, it's pretty fun. Like, you get the feeling of needing to survive or whatever. But I don't like that. That once you hit like, I think it's like 80% hunger is when you start like losing the like your top percent health. Like when I'm like not really hungry, but I haven't ate for a while. Like, I don't feel like that. You have to eat once and drink once at least once every mission. So basically, I only had to eat like 2 times throughout my entire playthrough, or eat and drink 2 times through my playthrough. So yeah, it's basically, it is kind of annoying, but you know, I can see what they're going for. But hopefully, you don't have to eat as much in the real game, or maybe they don't care about that aspect. But personally, I don't like that. Once you hit 80%, you start losing like your maximum percent of health. Like when I'm like 80% hungry or 80% full, I don't think I'm gonna want to shove food in my mouth. It's gonna be at least like 50 or something like that. But I don't know. But maybe 80% is like, I don't know. But I guess since they're working hard and they're doing that stuff. But anyways, you can also build walls like from the supplies from. That's basically why you collect wood and stuff. So you can build up walls. You can also make traps from like the metal, and then you can also find like other parts, like electric parts, so you can make like electric traps on the ground. Like I don't play too much with the traps. Like I only made like a couple, and then I made a lot of barricades, which get into my experience with the game. I started up with like a bunch of randoms. Like I basically just joined like a random group of people. Oh yeah, you can also see my first time playing through the game, I think, in the background, or you probably have been seeing it for the past, how long has it been, like 9 minutes or so. But yeah, anyways, I started up with a bunch of randoms, just just waiting for the game to start in this like weird lobby. I didn't really know what was going on, so I basically just took this time to just make everything, get used to the controls. In this like pre-game lobby, which is like the main lobby, you can craft supplies, and like you can craft everything. You craft supplies, craft ammo, and other things that you need for like surviving the game and getting used to the controls. Like it's been a while since I played Gear Solid 5, like I said, so it took me a little while to get used to it. Now once the counter is pretty long, but once I was actually done, you get into another loading screen, and then you have to you basically are teleported into like the overall world or whatever, the playable area. Like the sandbox is it's actually pretty good. It's a decent size. Like it's not that it feels too small, but it's not that it feels too big, you know? But anyways, I only played like the easy one, so I don't know if it changes, or like the overall map changes with each mission. So hopefully it does change with each mission. But anyways, so during the first phase, before the drill started digging, or the generator, I can't remember what it's called. You can basically do whatever you want. Like you get like a timer, which I think it's around 4 minutes, is when it's like how long you get to mess around, like build stuff, getting supplies, and just basically getting used to the controls. And then there are zombies around the map. Now, Metal Gear Solid has always been like, even Metal Gear like itself has always been like a stealth game. Like it's always prided itself, except for I think for Vengeance, which I haven't played, is the only one that's now Metal Gear Solid Metal Gear itself has always been like it's always been a stealth game, like it always put stealth over everything because you are technically a super soldier in some of the games, but you can't be like a tank and take everyone down. Like you die in a couple shots. So it's basically always good to take the stealth route. But in this game, I feel like stealth kind of takes a backseat in the game. So maybe it's more useful in the single player, or maybe in the harder missions you have to be more stealthy. But I didn't really see a need for it at least in the 3 games that I played so far. So yeah, that's basically kind of disappointing. But I guess it gets the gameplay moving, so you can just focus on other stuff like collecting supplies, breaking down trees and stuff. Yeah, it was way easier just to shoot the zombies as soon as you see them, or beat the crap out of them with your melee weapon. Like it's almost no need to stealth, especially once the zombies start getting. Anyways, so once the drill started, and that's basically when once the game actually started, like once the drill started and started the drill, whatever, that's basically when it starts. Anyways, start. Basically, that's when the bunch of zombies start coming in, so I don't want to mess up the drill. You basically just have to stop them. This is when stealth totally takes, it's like see you later stealth, because you can't stealth during this part. So basically, all you have to do is to kill a bunch of zombies. That part isn't too interesting. There is a couple unique zombies here and there, but most of it, for the easy mission, it was just like the standard zombies coming around, and you basically just try not to die, try not to make sure that the generator doesn't fucking die. And then once the timer, you have to defend for a certain amount of time. Then once the timer stops, you don't have to worry about the zombies because they are destroyed around around the generator, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. And that's pretty cool. You basically just have to hold out until the timer ends, like what I said. Anyways, once that ends, there's a decent amount of time between rounds. I think there's 3 rounds, and then you get a little bit of time in between each round. So in between each round, you can rebuild, you can eat, you can drink. You can also eat and drink during battle, but it's better to eat and drink during this part. You can heal up, and there's also side missions which are pretty cool. Which so far I haven't noticed any. All the side missions are set. It's always you do this, do that, and then it's always the same thing. At least for the 3 times that I played. During this time, the side missions will give you extra ammo, maybe good supplies, and sometimes even the overpowered walker, from the I can't remember what it's called, D walker or something like that, which you can get, and then it's basically you win. Once you get the walker, you win. It's pretty good. But that it can also easily be destroyed, and it doesn't have unlimited ammo, so that's basically the downfall. But basically, once you end that thing, it's pretty easy from there on out. Anyways, once it basically it was over pretty fast. My time was the game. Probably around an hour. Took around an hour and a half to fully that's what I played. I played only an hour and a half. And I noticed during my gameplay I was owning this weird currency. Basically this currency is it's owned through completing missions. You get the most by completing missions. By killing enemies, you get this currency. You can also find packets of it around the map, which is you get some currency out of that. This currency is basically, okay, don't hate me for this, it's basically souls from the Dark Souls series, or the Souls series in general. But yeah, it's used for crafting. You need it to craft your items. You need this currency to craft items. You need the currency to actually craft items, make whatever. Cut that out. And you also need it to craft. You need to level up. Actually, you need it to level up. It's basically like the Soul series where you use the forge items and to level up your character. And I don't know too with every level you get like I think you only get one skill per each level, and the amount of like currency it takes to level up increases with each level, obviously. So it's gonna be a while once you level up or start leveling up. You get one skill point, and then I don't know too much about the skills that you can earn with the skill points. I hope it makes the overall experience a lot better. Oh yeah, there's also a health and stamina meter that I forgot to mention. The health is basically your health, and the stamina meter is how much you can run and how much you can stealth walk, basically. Oh, how you can crouch and like walk. Like crouching and walking takes up stamina, which is weird. So like the only way to not consume stamina and to normally walk. Like you don't consume stamina by doing that, which is kind of weird. I think like crouching, but I guess so. I don't know, but that part of the whole thing is kind of weird to me. So that's basically my thoughts on the game, and my thoughts are it's okay. It's pretty good. Did it suck? No. Is it the best thing ever? No. But it isn't the worst thing ever. Will I buy it? Probably. Maybe when it's on sale, or if a bunch of my buddies get it online. Or a bunch of my buddies get it online, and maybe if I hear good things about the story, maybe. I am definitely gonna be waiting, and you guys are probably should be waiting until like reviews are out, or maybe until more gameplay comes out of the game. Basically just wait until you see more of this game before like I personally had like a good time with it. Like I thought it was pretty good. It's basically Metal Gear Solid was Metal Gear Solid 5 was there's like a zombie coat on it, I guess. So maybe once this game goes on sale, or maybe if I start hearing good things about it, and post launch I might get it. I'm kind of leaning on getting it, actually. Like I actually had a decent amount of fun with this game, so I'm still kind of on the fence though. Like I'm still kind of weary. Hopefully that the microtransactions, which there's gonna be microtransactions, hopefully they aren't too intrusive like with EA or anything like that. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. Also, tell me what you guys think about this video, what I can do better, and I am going to be trying to edit a lot more, because there's a bunch of times in this video where I stutter, and I'm going to try to cut that out. And yeah, I try to be as informative, try to add my opinion to this, and yeah, tell me what you guys think of this game, tell me what you guys think of this video, leave a like on the video, and tell me what you guys want to see next on this channel. I'll be seeing you. Bye.